powerful thing. So if you've ever tried to just think your way out of a deep slump, you're probably missing the most important step: action. Today, we're doing a deep dive into some CBT tools that show how getting up, getting dressed, that can often be the most powerful thing you can do against that inertia of depression.
That's so true. And that's really our mission today, isn't it? To understand the why. Why force yourself to act when you have absolutely zero motivation? And we'll look at the actual practical tools like activity scheduling and action plans that can help you claw back control from that feeling of just being stuck.
Because that's the core trap, right?
Yeah.
The source material is really clear on this. Depression makes us drop all the activities that give us a sense of achievement or comfort or even just connection with other people. So we end up, in bed, maybe just glued to a screen. And that avoidance just makes the distress worse.
Exactly. It reinforces that feeling of having lost all control. And this is where the foundational CBT principle comes in. You have to act based on your values, what's actually important to you, not wait for your feelings to change.
You can't wait for motivation to show up at your door.
It won't. If you wait, avoidance wins and the depression just gets a stronger grip.
But, okay, if you're feeling that paralyzed, how do you even start? What are the internal roadblocks that keep people stuck?
Well, that's what we call the stagnation model. The moment you even think about doing something, let's say it's as simple as folding laundry, these automatic thoughts just jump in.
That inner voice.
Yeah, that voice saying, I'm too tired, or I won't enjoy this anyway, or the really crushing one, I won't even be able to do it right. And that thought leads directly to a feeling like sadness or hopelessness, and you stay put. You don't move.
And you've just cut off a chance for a small win, restarting that whole negative loop.
Precisely.
I really like the analogy our sources use for this, the Jack in the Box.
Oh, that's a great one.
Right. For some people, they take an action and they feel better almost immediately. Jack pops right out. But for a lot of people, you have to turn that crank. You have to take those actions day after day, maybe for weeks, before your mood finally starts to lift. But the whole lesson is, you have to commit to turning the crank no matter what.
And the tool for turning that crank is activity scheduling. Some people call it behavioral activation. It's like behavioral accounting, really. You sit down and plan out activities, sometimes hour by hour, and track them.
Wait, really? Hour by hour? You mean like 8 a.m. brush teeth? Isn't that a bit much?
It can be, yes. If someone's inertia is really profound, those small foundational tasks are actually the key. We usually suggest a balance, some self-care, a little social connection, maybe a household task, something fun or creative. The goal isn't perfection. It's just collecting data.
Okay, speaking of perfection, or I guess the fear of not being perfect, the research shows that people who actually do their action plans, their homework, they see way better progress. But how do you stop someone from just giving up if they miss a step?
That is such a critical question. And that's why we introduce this as a no-fail proposition.
A no-fail proposition.
Yeah. We frame it like this. If you try to do the task and can't finish it, you have not failed. All you've done is collected some really useful data on what got in the way. Was it a practical barrier, like you didn't have the supplies? Or was it a thought barrier, like, this is too overwhelming?
I like that. It lowers the stakes. It turns it into an experiment instead of a pass-fail test.
Exactly. And to get ahead of those thought barriers, you can use something called covert rehearsal.
Covert rehearsal. So you practice in your mind beforehand.
You got it. It happens internally. So, say Abe knows he's going to feel tired before calling a friend. He can practice his response to that thought. He can remind himself, okay, I know I feel tired, but my value is to reconnect with the world. So you're linking the action back to something that truly matters to you.
Yes, and that's powerful. But even more powerful is testing the prediction. So we have clients rate their predicted enjoyment or mastery before an activity. Maria, for example, she dreaded meeting friends. She predicted her enjoyment would be, say, a 2 out of 10.
Okay.
But then afterwards, she records the actual score, and maybe it was a 6 or a 7. That piece of data right there is concrete proof that her automatic negative thought was wrong. It makes the next time a little bit easier.
So really what this all means for you, the listener, is that activity scheduling is about taking these small, intentional steps. It's about proving to yourself that you still have control over your behavior, even when your mood and your energy feel like they're at rock bottom. Absolutely. It shows you that behavior can lead to a change in feeling, not just the other way around. So maybe that's the final thought for you to take away. Think about one small activity you've been putting off, just one, and ask yourself, am I avoiding it because of a real practical barrier? Or is it an automatic thought? A prediction about failure or how tired I'll be? Just answering that question, that could be your first turn of the crank.